Whoa. Put those away, man.
Whoa.
We can't have that on camera. We gotta blur this out. This has become a Patreon video now.
So, when we came in to Just Kidding News today, Walter here showed up and he's like, hey guys, you guys should check this out. And I did. It's about a man who was just arrested for beheading a young mother in the middle of the street.
In America?
In San Carlos, California.
San Carlos? Because this is some Middle East behavior.
This is some wild
Or some cartel shit.
Yeah.
True.
What's San Carlos at?
Because cartel is money driven, but the Middle East is like more like honor driven.
So this was outside the
San Carlos is up north.
This is up north. This is outside the victim's residence. The victim had 2 kids who did not thankfully witness the crime.
She was pregnant.
The kids were inside the house at the time, however.
Did I make that up? Was she pregnant?
I don't know that she was pregnant.
Okay, fuck, alright.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just wanted to raise the stakes a little bit.
I understand, you're fine.
Was she a spelling bee champion? Was she a spelling bee champion?
She was not a spelling bee champion. I know where you got that.
I don't think she's Indian.
There's a lot of fake news apparently coming out about this. But, yeah, so just before noon, reports came in that the woman's head was cut off by a fucking sword.
Jesus.
Do you guys feel worse when they're beautiful? Because I'm always like, oh, another one. Even though I'm not single. But I'm like, not another one.
Why is that, you think?
Is it bad to feel that though?
I feel like guys all know what I'm talking about. Where it's like, no, it's so wasted. You know, like not like you ever had a chance with her. It's like you have way more like sympathy.
But doesn't the news do that too? Aren't they like a beautiful woman whose life was stopped short today? They do that shit.
And you're like, no, not the beautiful one. Please take the ugly one.
Yeah, aren't we raised with that shit?
Yeah.
Where the news isn't like an ugly piece of shit, thank God. Bit the dust today.
It is true because remember when I did a story about some girl who died at like a factory walkthrough?
Yeah, and
like,
then everyone was like,
nobody.
she's cute.
I turned it around and nobody wanted to say how hot she was.
Yeah.
Well,
We were just like, what a shame.
well, Anthony tried to because he's a pandering fuck, but nobody really believed it.
But like, it's the reason is because like more attractive women tend to have better societal advantages, and you would think, damn, she didn't
They're
have to
high
go through
value.
that because she had enough road to dodge this fucking life, right?
You didn't have to be a fucking metal worker. What the fuck are you doing? There's so many opportunities for you.
Well, yeah, she also didn't have to be in a beheading situation, right?
It's so sad.
What
Yeah.
did she know the dude?
So she had filed a restraining order against him. But the saddest piece of information is that she had double D tits.
You fucking ass.
That's even worse.
You guys laid that fucking groundwork, you stupid fucks.
They said they're natural.
But you know what's cool though?
What?
They said it says they're natties, dude. It says they're natties.
You know what it feels like? It feels like I saw $1 million and it just lit in flames in front of my eyes. And I'm like, why would you do that?
Those are good mommy milkers right there.
The best part of this article is watching Ryanimay's eyes. As everyone's saying wild shit, he's just like, what the fuck is going on in here?
It's Ryanimay's first JK vid.
Because everyone's beating me to things I want to say.
Ryan's like, man, if I was there, I would have jumped right in front of the sword and saved her and
Yeah,
got
hell yeah.
married.
Hell yeah.
No, you don't want to get in the way because as it's slicing, the boobs are just jiggling.
They're jiggling around.
So Ryan would have been like this. He'd have been like,
Yeah, it's just like jiggling
I
around.
swear to God that there's so much truth in what Walter just said. Because some guy out there is like,
getting a streaming
oh,
for
what a waste. I could have saved her and we could have fell in love. Because at the end of the day, all guys are fucking thinking about is trying to bone the hell and fall in love.
No, being a hero and then parlaying that into boning the chick. And falling in love.
that's the best. That's the pinnacle.
It's so stupid.
That's what James Bond does.
Yeah, no, we don't talk about it though, because before you guys asked me what my dream was, of course, my dream is to be a hero and meet a woman, you know, and save her, all that. But we don't talk about it because it's understood.
That's like buying a car with lifetime warranty.
Right? Yeah.
Dude, you're like
Perfect.
3 years from becoming Mr. Glass, dude.
Right?
Yeah, you're gonna be the villain who creates the scenario to get the woman, and then she's married to you for 20 years, and she finds out the horrible truth.
Cause like girls also have this like I need to save him, but like guys it's a different one. Guys is like you're walking down the fucking. You're at a park and shit, girl skateboard and she fucking trips and she falls and you grab her and shit. She goes, oh, you fucking rescue me, let me suck your dick.
It's because guys are so lazy, we just want to save you once. Girls are like, I want to save him like so many times and like try to save all his personality.
I want to nurture him and change him and make all the positives come out.
Guys are like, didn't I save you like 4 years ago? Come and suck my dick, please.
Yeah, you hold it over their head.
There is something to like I was reading this. Do you guys watch the show The Locator? Or The Finder? The Finder. I'm sorry, it's called The Finder.
No.
Anyway, it was based on a book where this guy, he was a special forces guy, but his thing was finding things. But in the book, he saves this woman's life. Oh wow! He doesn't kill her because he had every reason to kill her, but he doesn't. And he knew. He goes, once you do that for a woman, she feels indebted to you, and she's basically yours. You know, and I was like, I wonder if this is a chauvinistic or misogynistic thing. But then later, this girl comes around and goes, I know you saved me, and so right now I don't know what to do, whether to sleep with you or to leave you. And like that got me thinking. There is something to, we don't talk about it because none of us is safe.
Or is it biological, maybe?
Like instinctive type of thing.
Oh, I've saved lives before.
But you have.
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
you have.
Yeah, I've saved someone's life.
And they keep throwing their puss at you?
No, it wasn't that situation.
Macros?
Was it PS4 or Xbox?
Nah, it was like some kid fell in a pool and he was drowning and I saved him, dude.
There is a weird. I would say like regardless of who it is, male or female, right? There is a weird, vulnerable human connection that happens when you do help somebody.
Yeah.
In the form of whether it be charity or like physical harm or something. When you're helping someone, sometimes a complete stranger or whatever, there is a weird connection that exists. That's a moment of intimacy.
Yeah. So imagine when it's a life, like you're, and
it's a hot girl. If you combine that, it's like, oh, we're in love. We don't know each other, but we're in love for like 30 seconds.
Sure.
Parlay this shit.
Is that who is drowning in your story?
No, it was a small child. I did save
Did the mom
someone's
suck your
dog.
dick? Did the mom suck your dick?
No.
Did the mom say, I either know I need to leave you or have sex with you?
I got fucking zipped, dude.
Can you tell us that story? What the
No,
fuck?
I don't want to talk about it, dude. It's very private. But no, I was like 11 or something.
And you say the dog?
Nah, some kid fell in the pool and I fucking. It wasn't a big deal at all.
Oh, so it wasn't as an adult.
Nah,
Oh,
so I
that's
couldn't.
different.
But as an adult, I did find someone's pit bull walking around in the street and I picked it up and then I brought it. I found the people and I brought it back to them and then the next day they brought me ice cream. So I could only imagine
That's very cool.
what it would be like if I saved a woman's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm for sure gonna be marrying that person. you know?
No, see, I really.
They're gonna be indebted to me.
For sure. No, like what you were talking about, Joe, like the connection you make, but when it's exponentially magnified to the life, then it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they can't leave you and have some excuse.
no, they can't say, oh, we had irreconcilable differences. Like, no.
If you save somebody, they become your property immediately.
Exactly.
God.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Like a woman, like when I was in college, and I knew, when I was in college, I knew nothing about like picking up women or anything, but I was skateboarding.
It's like the lazy man's way to fall in love.
It really is, dude. Because like this girl, she saved me from, I flew off my skateboard. And in my, I was in the air, midair. I was prepared to like push her out of the way because I was gonna land on her. She was like, no, and she caught my hands.
So you went and held hands?
Yeah. So right when she like caught my hands, my feet touched, and I landed like right in front of her, and I stopped. Right.
This is in college?
Spider-Man
This
shit.
is in college. Now, if it was like as like an adult, I'd have been like, hey, thank you so much. Like, what's your name? She was shocked that I stopped right in front of her. Like, we were both shocked at our physical prowess at that moment.
She owns you now.
And then did you go in for a kiss?
And the thing is, as I was so like ignorant with all that stuff, I thought I didn't get her name, nothing. But if this happened now, I'd get her name, her number, her Instagram. I'd get everything.
You get too much.
Yeah, I get too much. But like back then, I knew nothing of that. But I was in a situation
You'd
where
be like, do you want kids immediately?
exactly.
So you fell like that, and then you said, thank you.
Yeah, I was just. No, but first thing I said was, "Are you okay?" Because in my mind, she was scared that I was gonna plow into her, which is what I would have done. Because
Which is what you would have done later, you know what I mean? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Number one.
Yeah, but yeah, like that happened too early in my life.
Was she attractive?
I remember she was. Like she wasn't like hot, but she was like the attractive, like you want to date her and like marry her.
You want to
type
marry
of
that
thing.
one.
Yeah.
You don't want to marry the hot ones.
How did this lady get into this beheading situation? So
Yeah, that's
sad.
very.
Oh, does the article say?
I don't know. No, she tried to put a restraining order against this guy, right? And then he ends up coming to her house with a saber.
Or like an ex?
She was being harassed by him multiple times. She files a report saying she wants a restraining order. It was taking a while.
How come it didn't work?
Yeah, exactly.
Restraining orders are kind of bullshit.
The search for the weapon still ongoing. The suspect suffered a medical emergency of some sort afterwards. Details are limited.
he
So
probably
they had
stressed
the guy.
himself.
They had the guy in custody, but details are very limited. It's very early. It's just fucking happened. So
Yeah, restraining order is a fucking joke against a guy who's willing to go to jail for cutting your head off.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
I think he probably tried to stab himself after. Because like when you have those mass shootings, they'll be like, "Oh, the shooter killed themselves after." I think it's because it sets in now what that person just did, and they can't take that pressure, and then they kill themselves. I think this guy probably did this, and he goes, "What the hell did I just do?"
But he cut a whole head off. That's kind of.
How do you even get a sword out of the car and then walk up to the chick though?
Yeah,
so
crazy.
I just think at least she didn't have a gun because maybe she could have accidentally shot somebody who was behind him.
Oh, thank God she didn't have a gun to shoot anybody. Yeah.
You know what the irony is? It's actually legal to carry a sword. So the way the law's written is that for foldable knives, that whole hand thing is BS. Like if you have it in your pocket, if the clip's sticking out, it's okay. But you can't have a folding knife in your pocket without the clip showing. It's concealed at that point. Now a sword, a non-foldable knife, as long as it's sheathed, you can have it on your person.
What?
So like that sword, you can legally carry it around as long as it's sheathed. That's like, it's a weird way the law's
But
written.
you can't have nunchucks.
I saw a fat ninja in Hawaii.
Can't do
Why not
nunchucks.
nunchucks?
There was a fat ninja in Hawaii. He was riding a moped with a fucking ninja sword. I mean, yeah, like a katana.
Like behind them.
Yeah.
Sheath.
Ninja
Yeah,
style.
and then he had a tank top on that was really tight and just rolls just hanging out, and then dreadlocks too.
Dude, if you have a
He was like,
katana on
yeah.
your person's, red flag
Yeah,
immediately.
like
Little red flag,
nunchuck. It's worse. They say it's worse to have a nunchuck, like legally speaking, than a gun in your car, which is beyond me. Because nunchucks do the most damage to yourself.
Yeah.
Unless you're Bruce Lee, yeah.
And if you've curated the skills to be really good with nunchucks, guess what? You're a fucking loser.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It was a so there were certain weapons like this or nunchucks or whatever, right? They were the choice of gangs in the 60s. So to punish them to the highest,
This is West Side Story days, dude.
it was like get them with that.
But guns are cool.
Yeah.
Like you can have a gun, but like nunchucks, oh no, you're gone for like X amount of years.
Was this dude? This guy was.
This
not,
is a fucking felony, guy.
Whoa. Put those away, man.
Whoa.
We can't have that on camera. We gotta blur this out. This has become a Patreon video now because
Well, this is definitely a Patreon video. I'll tell you that right now. That was a close call, man.
Monetized for that.